Hi, good morning. Welcome to Real Talk. I'm Claudia with Claudia's Door Decor, and joining me today is Angel of Currently Creative Boutique. Hi, Angel.
Hi guys.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us know where you're located and where people can find you.
So I'm Angel with Currently Creative Boutique, and I'm in Canada, Saskatchewan, Canada.
And where can
Intricacies.
people find you?
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Oops, sorry,
You're
FB.
fine. You're fine. I've said it a
Oh,
million times and it hasn't done anything. So
phew.
you're fine. You're fine. And this is an
That's
interview
great.
situation, so but the only thing we have to be careful of is anything that would be considered offensive. So we're good otherwise, okay?
I think so.
All right. So Angel, I ran into Angel kind of like that's what you do on TikTok. And I will never forget my introduction to her. She is and I'm saying this in the nicest way possible, an in your face friend. She like wants to know you. She wants to know everything about you. She likes asking
Mm,
questions. She's the kind of person you want to have in your life. You know, that's because it keeps the conversation going. So that was my introduction to Angel. But what was your introduction to finding the wreath community? Like, were you looking for people that were making wreaths?
yeah, I had already made my first wreath, and I actually was like, there's got to be somebody out here doing it like live on TikTok. So I started searching. And in through that search, I found I think I found Lindsay first and Eric.
Okay.
So those are the two that I found first. And in finding them, I found a bunch of other lovely people, which
Yeah,
was
we kind
great.
of travel in packs. We kind of travel. You get to recognize people. I mean, honestly, when you're
Yeah.
in the wreath community, you get to recognize people. So you were looking for wreath makers to
Mm-hmm.
watch. So that means that you had an interest in making wreaths. So where was that introduction? Like, where did you find how to make a wreath?
Well, my first one, I think I YouTubed it. Um, and then I really didn't watch another one after I YouTubed for my first one. I just was kind of watching everybody's lives, everybody's coming, popping on. So I was just kind of searching TikTok mostly for.
Okay, but I know this to be true about you because you can talk to a YouTube video, but they don't talk back.
No, and I need to talk, and I like people. So
She does.
I'm a
She does.
very people person, and so I like people to talk back to me. So
Right.
if you're ever in my lives, please come on and talk.
But
Because,
that
man,
if you know this about Angel, you fully understand why YouTube wasn't going to do it for her. That was
no.
not enough interaction for her. That wasn't going to give her the the knowledge that she was seeking. She wants to talk to you. She wants to learn from you. She wants to ask questions,
Love asking
which
questions.
is super fantastic. So most of us, and you know this to be true if you've watched other people on Real Talk, most of us made the first wreath for ourselves, not her. Go ahead and share that story. Go ahead and share that
So
story.
I was scrolling Facebook and I came across um, somebody looking on Marketplace for a wreath maker in my community, and I thought, I think I can do that. I probably can do that actually. So I messaged the lady and I said, send me some ideas, give me your price range, and we'll go from there. And so that's what I did. I actually made my very first wreath for a customer who has now purchased four wreaths. We're going on our fifth one. She wants to order another one for me here this month. So I'm super excited.
So if you're looking for a wreath dealer in Canada, this is your girl.
In
But
Swift Saskatchewan.
But what a way to be a go-getter. What a way to go and not wait for something to happen for you, but make it happen. Somebody actually just asked if you have the picture of the first one.
I do. I actually, it's on my Facebook page.
There you go.
If you scroll down, it is a scarecrow wreath, and actually, she is stunning.
There you go. See,
She is stunning.
she's very humble. She's very humble, but she knows she's fantastic. So therefore, she's going to say that it's a fantastic wreath. All right.
I
So the other
Yeah,
thing
I
that
just
we've
enjoyed
learned,
making it.
the
Sorry.
other no, you're fine. The other thing that we've learned about Angel, if you've watched her at all, is she works a lot. She does. She works a lot. So she has a full-time day job and she also has a second job, which is so near and dear to her heart that she actually I'm not going to say you don't make yourself do it, but you're not giving it up because how important it is to you. Can
Yeah.
you share with us kind of like that dual job that you have?
So I work in a group home for special needs people. And I've been doing it I've been working with special needs people for over 20 years now. And I just dated myself.
You're fine. Well, you have your
And
oldest is how old? So,
26.
well, there you go. So go ahead.
And I love the work I do. I enjoy the people I work for because I work for them basically. Um, and actually a lot of them that I work with right now are old students of mine that I worked with in when I worked at the high school, our local high school here. I worked in a special needs classroom as well, so it's very dear to my heart. My own my own 13-year-old has his own special needs, um, and so it's really close to home, and I really enjoy it and love working with people. Like, it's the most rewarding job you will ever have, in
You
my opinion.
advocate. You advocate for them.
Hmm.
You are definitely somebody that wants the best for them and sees them as no different than anybody else and
Exactly.
deserving of all the things life has to offer. And
Hmm.
if you know Angel and you listen to her heart, she's got the biggest heart. And when she says she loves people, she's not lying. She's not just fluffing it. She truly, genuinely loves people and sees the best in everyone. She
Hmm.
sees the best in everyone. So we talked about your jobs. We talked about one of your children, and I kind of mentioned your older children. How many children do you have?
So we have four boys. Um, they range from the age of 26 to my youngest is going to be 9. So we've had a lot of years of children.
And even now, you've had an addition to the family.
Yes, we have a grandchild, a granddaughter, and she is the light of our life. Um,
She did not say 12, Angela. She said 4. She said 4.
four, yeah,
And
not
they're all
12,
boys.
and they're all boys. Uh,
Yeah.
I prayed that God would give me a girl, but I was blessed with boys,
Yeah.
and
But now you have a
I'm
baby. You have a baby what?
granddaughter, so I'm thrilled about that. She's going to get all the dresses and all the little cute shoes and all the bows and all the things.
Angela still swears she heard 12. Girlfriend, that is a dangerous number. I know for a fact
Mm-mm.
that if she had 12 boys, she wouldn't be sitting smiling. Just wouldn't. It would be very hectic and very chaotic.
So,
So, 2 jobs, 4 boys, and a husband.
mhm.
How do you balance all of this?
It's a struggle sometimes. I'm going to be real here. Like, life isn't always peachy. It can be challenging. I do find it hard to come on live and build my business because it's so busy. So I do wish I had a little bit more time for that. But
Do you think that maybe going live isn't the end all be all for your business? Do you think maybe focusing on things that you can do versus things that you can't do would be good?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm I'm not super worried about going live. I mean, it's great to go live and meet new people. Like I love meeting new people. So as you all know, I kind of forced myself into all of your lives. So
What is it
so
that you say to people?
oh, I don't
You
remember.
you stuck with me?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Quite a lot.
so so I tell everyone that is in our crew when we're chatting. I'm like, you're stuck being my best friend forever. And it's kind of like that through life for me. I really just, I like having friends and I like having people around me. And, I try and see the good in everyone, of course. And I just am friendly. I'm friendly. Once you have an angel in your life, you have her forever.
Well, you always have an angel. So Katniss says, I'm happy to be stuck with you, dollface.
Aw, thanks, Katniss. I love you too.
So much love, so much love. Her heart is huge. It's easy to be your friend. See, you are loved as well. Wouldn't ever change you. See, look at
You
that.
guys are
You
gonna
are
make
so
me
loved.
cry.
You don't mean to. Not yet, guys. Not yet. So somebody asked in the chat, do you ever sleep?
Um, so I go times where I sleep like days sometimes. And so then you'll see less of me. But most often, I only get a couple of hours of sleep because I have some medical issues. So that that also creates a lot of sleepless nights because I'm in a lot of pain. Um, However, I also have ADHD, so settling that brain is very, very hard. And sorry,
Okay.
and yeah, so if I'm lucky if I get maybe 4 hours on a really, really good night, to be honest.
So a lot of it is doing good things for yourself, like not lifting things, not calling you out or anything, but not lifting things you're not supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
really keeping yourself accountable to taking care of yourself. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, being a part of your world because that's what we are. When you meet Angel, you just join her world. She has her world, we just join it, and it's a magical place of giggles and laughter and love. And we just know that there are days that are just hard. There are days that
Yeah.
are just hard, and sometimes coming into a room on a lot, on Discord, and just knowing that those people that are there are just going to accept you just the way you are is so helpful and
I
uplifting.
love it there too.
Yeah,
I love it
so
there
it's
too.
just one of those things that has been a blessing to all of us. Like some people have said, like we didn't know, like this is what we didn't know we needed. Like we didn't know how much we needed this, but it has been
Mm-hmm.
a blessing in so many ways, right? So in that we also kick each other in the butt to take care of things that maybe we're
Mm-hmm.
neglecting because we're putting other things before ourselves, because we need a reminder. Like we remind other people, hey, take care of yourself, make sure you drink water, make sure you're taking care of yourself, but we forget that we need to do that too. So
Mm-hmm.
it's helpful to have other people gently remind us you are loved and we want you to take care of yourself so that we can take trips together. That's our goal, by the way. Our
I
goal
can't
is
wait.
to all hug each other's necks. That's the big goal, is we definitely want to be breathing the same air. So that is the ultimate goal. All right. So in her name, Currently Creative Boutique, right? I didn't think much of it, but then one day it hit me and I just looked at her and I'm like, Angel, where did you come up with your name? Like, where is that from? Currently Creative Boutique. And then when she told me, I kind of sat there and go, that makes sense. So go ahead and share how you came up with that name for your business.
So I kind of have to do a little bit of a shout out. My best friend, here in Swift Current actually helped me pick out my name. She helped me list off a few names. We played with them a little bit and decided, because I really, really, really wanted to have something that related to our city. And our city is Swift Current. So, and we have a river that runs through our city. So, currently, Creative Boutique is what we came up with.
Which is so genius. And like I said, when she said it, I'm like, that makes such sense. That makes such sense. But that is how she came up with her business. And this is the thing, guys, your business doesn't have to be something like that's generic or anything else. It's specific to you and what means something to you.
Yeah.
And her town means a lot to her, obviously, because she is such a big heart and she gets to see people and hug people and live with people around her. So that's how she came up with her name, which makes total sense. So I'm gonna see if there's any questions in the chat really quick, and if you have any questions for Angel, go ahead and ask them. Everybody wants you to make sure that you take care of yourself.
Oh,
Veronica said,
thanks.
"I just met you and love you already."
Oh,
Becky
thanks.
said she is an amazing woman. So these are all things, of course, that we all know about you and that people see that about you. So, how many dogs do you have? Is a question that Grace asked.
Yes, I guess I should warn you. I do have 3 dogs, so if they start barking, I have a big dog, which I love, a pit bull, which not a lot of people enjoy that kind of breed, but she is the most loving dog I have ever met. And then I have two little, they're my little ones are like hitting my camera. I'm sorry. Macy out. Sorry, guys.
She just wanted to be seen and known. Okay, so
Yeah.
Macy out.
Come on. Oh, yeah, she's curling up under my blanket. That's the problem.
It's
Oh,
okay.
sorry, guys. Is that okay?
See, and you have several people that love the pitties. So there are several people that love that breed. So you're fine.
So I have 3 dogs, a pitty and 2 Chihuahua cross Yorkies.
There you go.
And they're siblings, actually.
So
So,
everybody loves it. Yay, four dogs here. Like, so talking about, you mentioned a little bit about the medical, like what you have going on with you. Did you want to share about that?
I can share a little bit.
Okay.
Some of it I'm not gonna go into,
I
but
don't blame you.
um, so I have osteoporosis and osteoarthritis, as as well as a tumor between my L4 and my L5, yeah, in my spine. And then I also have a hernia, and and then there's a whole other bunch of issues. I have polycystic ovarian disease, which causes cysts to be on your ovaries, and that's actually super painful for me as well. So I have a number of things that cause a lot of pain and not a lot of relief. I don't have a lot of things that can relieve that pain besides like taking an over the counter um, Aleve.
And I'm sure a lot of you wonder why. Well, she lives in Canada, guys. And I
Yeah.
know that several people have a thought or misconception of free healthcare in Canada. It's not free and it's not good. Can you go ahead and share a little bit of the struggles that you've had with healthcare for you?
Okay. So I'm going to go in the part of it's not free. We pay dearly on our taxes, and we just recently had another tax added to our accounts, I guess, or pay. We pay, you know, and now going on to the part about like not having great medical care. So I've now been waiting um, 8 months for surgery. Have not yet got a call to is when it's going to take place. Um, so our medical system takes a long time for us to get results, and that's where it really is a downfall for us Canadians, because sometimes the things we need are life-saving treatments, and if you can't access them or have the surgery you need within a good amount of time, it does more damage to your body as well, and possibly
Yeah.
is life or death. So I sometimes wish we could. I don't want to say I want to pay for it, because I know that's not an answer either, but because I know how expensive it can be for just simple procedures even. So I don't know what the answer is, but our our healthcare system is just not where it should be.
Right.
It takes, even for a referral, like um even for a referral, we have a lot of general practitioners in Canada. We don't have a lot of doctors who practice surgeries or things like that. So
Do you know
that,
why, or you don't know why?
you know, I haven't really dug into it a whole lot. Um, but my thing is, I think it's probably because our doctors in Canada are not well paid.
Okay. Well, that
I
makes
think,
sense. That would make
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
So, like, we have a huge shortage in my city, even for doctors. Um, we struggle to keep doctors here, and it's hard to find a doctor. So if you don't already see a doctor on a regular basis, here the doctors will choose not to see you. So for my husband, he doesn't go to the doctor often, and for an example, today he needed to go and get a medical done for his 1A driver's license. Um, and he doesn't have a doctor anymore, because his doctor decided that he no longer wanted to see him because he hadn't seen him in a year. Sorry.
You're good.
So
I love it.
um so yeah. So he had to go he ended up having to go to a walk-in clinic.
Right.
And thankfully we do have one of those, but even the walk-in clinic is hard to get in sometimes. If you don't go at a specific time,
Right.
you're not going to get an appointment. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a sad situation.
Let me
Our
address.
ERs end up being,
Let me address some
sorry.
of the. No, you're fine. Let me address some of the comments in the chat. Um, Angela said, "This is why we do not want free healthcare here," and then she hates it. This is so bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said medical school is so expensive, and being a surgeon is that much more beyond general practice. And then Wendy asked,
Yes.
so can you purchase your own insurance policy and then go to the US to have surgery?
No, it does not work like that. We would have to pay out of pocket for that surgery.
Yeah. And this in case lies the, I mean, a lot of this is not just Canada that goes through this. There are several
No.
countries
Mm-hmm.
that are in that situation. And that is why there's certain things that we need to be knowledgeable about so that we are educated about it, so that when these things are brought to our table where we can say yay or nay, we need to know why. We need to know
Yeah,
why we're
exactly.
doing it, right? So, but that I wanted Angel to share that with us, because a lot of things we're just not aware of. We just don't know what we don't know. So, thank you for sharing about that. Is there anything else that you wanted to add about that?
No, I, yeah, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. We are all in agreement. There's just certain things we don't have any control over, and this is one of
Yeah.
them. This is something we don't have any control over. If we could change it, trust me, we would. And
Yeah.
we just work within the system. That's basically what she has to do. Is she has to work within the system. So it's unfortunate, and of course, we want Angel to be feeling well. We want her to be doing well. Um, and she will because she perseveres, but it's hard and she's had to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's talk about that though. Let's talk about your grit. You are by far the most persistent when it comes to, well, why can't I have this? Why can't I do this? Um, some of the struggles that you and I have shared is even in getting simple wreath supplies, guys. It is
Yeah,
like pulling teeth,
it
literally,
really is.
literally.
It really is.
So you shared with me that that comes from always having to do that, always having to fight for what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I I just have a drive for life, and I don't want to settle for mediocre. I I like to do it all, and I like to have it all. As any, I don't know. I maybe it's just the way I think, but as most people do, and I don't know. I just have a drive for it. I just want things, and I want a better life, and I want to do things better, and I want to have those things, and I think the only way to get those things is if you continue to work hard and continue to have that drive to get what you want.
Do you think that the squeaky wheel gets the oil? Do you think that? Do you think that if you push enough, if
Hmm.
you okay?
I think that if you try hard enough and keep being vocal enough and put yourself out there, that eventually somebody hopefully will see you, and eventually it'll turn around for you.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but um there aren't supply stores easily accessible in Canada. There are, even a Michael's. How far is Michael's from you?
So my nearest Michael's is about a 2-hour drive for me.
2 hours. 2 hour drive. So that's 2 hours there, 2 hours back.
Yeah.
And even when you go to Michael's, can you find what you're looking for?
No, the quality at Michael's is just not there. Um, it's okay when you're first starting out, like when I did my first wreath, because it was my first wreath, I used what I could access, and I used Michael's mesh and ribbon, and it's what I could get, and so that's what I did. But I knew it wasn't good quality. I knew that's not the quality I was looking for. I wanted something better. So I knew I needed to figure out how and where to get the things. I I just I couldn't just settle for mediocre again.
So Greg from Creek Road Designs just asked, where in Canada do you live? Which coast are you closest to?
So I am closest to the. Hold on. I just have to think about this. I'm
It might help to tell him what state you're closest to, like what state you're above.
okay. I'm above Montana. I'm about a 2-hour drive from Montana, the Montana border. I live in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, so I'm kind of central to all of Canada. Does that make sense?
Yeah, does that help? And then Bonnie said, I thought it was just me with Michael's quality not being the best. So so Greg just said, West Coast, gotcha.
Yes, West Coast. Sorry.
No, it works. It works because I know that the way that men think and the way we think is different. So if we can just share what, they figure out what to answer their own question. It just works. It just
Yes.
works. It's fine. It just works. So as far as getting supplies in Canada, um let's do some reality checking for people so they fall over, okay? Because they need to hear the difficulty of it just so that they know why this woman has the grit that she has. So if she places an order, go ahead and start with that.
Okay, so first off, placing an order. We have the exchange rate, that is our dollar in Canada, is so poor right now that the exchange rate is affecting how much it costs me to get things, supplies over. And because we don't have a good quality place in Canada, I have to shop US. So therefore I'm paying extra on exchange rate. Also, there's shipping. Shipping is,
The bane of your existence.
yes, it is hugely expensive. And let's just put it this way, if I order $1,200 worth of stuff, or not worth of stuff, I only get $600 worth of supplies. And $600 is the exchange rate and shipping. So, and then sometimes on top of that, I have to pay duty. So,
What is duty? Explain what duty is.
well, I, it's just something you pay to the government when you cross the border. So, if I
It's
go into,
things that we don't, guys, things that we don't see or know about because it's handled,
yeah,
right? Because for us,
mm-hmm,
it's handled. Like we don't see when something comes from another country, we don't see that. It's kind of
no,
just all incorporated, but they do. Canada does see duty and they have to pay for it.
yeah.
So here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Somebody mentioned Unique in the Creek is in Canada. Share about that.
Well, as much as I like shopping at other places, I am very much, if I'm gonna pay for, I mean, Unique in the Creek, I don't have to pay for shipping, but they don't have everything I need at Unique in
Right.
the Creek. And when I shop, I just want to get things from one place. I'm very much like, I have ADHD. Let's just, I have to focus on one thing. I can't go here and here and here and here and here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so she's been honestly, to put it out there 1000%, she's looking for a wholesaler. She's looking for a wholesaler
Yeah.
that's willing to ship to Canada, and it hasn't
Mm-hmm.
been found yet. So we're looking for a wholesaler that's willing to shop to Canada because not only does she want supplies for herself, there's other plans that she has.
I want to supply other people with supplies. I want to be able to say, hey, I want to be unique in the creek. Let's just say that. I want to be unique in the creek and supply people with good supplies here because we only have a very small option.
Right. You're very limited.
So,
You're very limited
yeah,
in what you have. And
very, very
somebody
limited.
somebody in the chat says, "Do you qualify for free shipping over a certain amount as we do?"
No, no.
He does
If I
not.
if I spend $600, I pay shipping. Period.
Yeah, so this is our quest, our goal, and because not only does she have grit, but I want this for her in ways that you have no idea. The day that we can find somebody that is willing to work this out with her and is willing to do this with her and make it happen is the day that we, whoever wants to join me, I always say the collective we because I've got my passport. We are going to go to Canada and we're going to celebrate with her. That is the goal.
I would love
That
that.
is the goal.
I welcome you all.
We are going to celebrate with her because it is such a monumental win if we can make this happen. So it is one of those things that is a goal, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but but this is the thing, Greg. The thing that shipping to Canada is so much for Canada, right? What the thing is that we don't get is there's no oceans to be crossed. That's
Yeah.
the frustrating part. It is literally right over the border. That is literally right over the border. Will
Mm-hmm.
US wholesale companies ship to her in Canada? She has contacted many, like ad nauseum, has contacted many. And if anybody has a connection, please send it her way. Please
Please.
send it her way. She'll do the
I,
rest. She'll do
I'll
the
do the
rest.
work. I'll do the work. I promise.
Yeah, she'll do the rest.
I
She just needs a connection. Angel, have you been to the markets in the US and talked with wholesalers? That's the plan.
That is the plan.
Yeah, she does plan to do that. So that is in the works. That is definitely a plan. And when I tell you that I looked at that beautiful blonde and I said, we are going to figure this out. We are going to figure it out because not everybody's going to close their door. It might be something that a wholesaler just hasn't like really looked into. They just saw it was
Mm-hmm.
expensive and then cut it off. They're like, it's too expensive to even go that venture. But we need to figure this out. Exactly. She has huge
Mm-hmm.
passion, huge grit. Like she wants to, guys, she does shop and pay the shipping and pay the duty to get her stuff. She does
Yep.
do that. She wants it that bad. So she does do that. So that's the kind of person that she is. So everything that we do in the States for our businesses, Angel has to figure out how to do that in Canada. So talk a little bit about that.
Um, yeah, it's hard to research and find out where to get what you need to run your business. So I'm talking about like the tax,
The
like
sales and tax
there
certificate.
you go, the
Mhm.
sales used in tax certificate. Now that's a little different here. Um, Looking at it, I'm not sure if I even qualify to get that here in Canada, but I'm gonna try. And if not,
He's gonna look for it.
we're gonna be making some changes here. I'm hoping.
Yeah, she like she believes the squeaky wheel. She will write letters ad nauseum. She'll pick up the phone and call until somebody listens. That's that personality. She wants
Yeah,
to make this happen for herself, and she believes she can. She truly believes that she can. So Michelle said there's the largest wholesalers in Illinois. That should be doable. So Michelle, if you have that name of that wholesaler, if you wouldn't mind messaging Angel, I'm sure she would love to
I
know
would love that. Thank you.
yeah, she would love to know
Thank
the
you.
name. And my hope also is with doing this real talk is that um not only can we share about Angel, but that somebody that can help her will see this. That is our hope. So we're going to share this out a lot once it's up on YouTube, just so you know. Um, and
I also,
hold on.
sorry, I also am hoping to reach some of the Canadians here that are making wreaths. Hopefully they see this and they reach out because if we can band together on this and get responses, that would be great.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot. We know that
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot of perseverance, but we believe it can happen because it's a huge market missed, and it's right over the border. It's right over the border. So, Creek Road, Canada.
Love it.
I,
Love it.
yeah, that would be kind of fantastic. But think about it this way. And Greg, I'm not saying that it's not going to take a lot or whatever, but looking into it might give us insight. Looking into why isn't it there? Why hasn't it happened yet? Would give great insight. And maybe we can change some things so that it's not an obstacle anymore and we can just have it happen. Because imagine the market you're missing.
Mm-hmm.
You're missing a huge market if you're not, you know, if you're not looking to the Canadian folks.
There are a ton of wreath makers in Canada. I see them all over on Facebook. However, I don't see a lot of them on TikTok.
No, no. Michelle says, let us ask some questions when we go to market in June. Thank you, Michelle.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, ask some questions. Angel will give you a contact for her so that
Mm-hmm.
you can share that. That would be amazing. We want this to work. We want this to happen for her. And we're working on it. Like we are working on it. We are praying about it. We are hoping for it. But if something can come from this, that would be absolutely a dream come true for her.
It
So,
would be
um,
great.
florals, Yeah, it's not just florals. She wants good florals. She
Mm.
wants ribbon, good bases for the wreaths. She wants it all.
Mm-hmm.
She wants it all. So talk to us about what is available in your area, um, that would be something that you could open. Like, what are you looking to do? Like, what are you looking to open?
So originally, I really wanted to just open a little cute boutique in my city. But lately, I've been thinking on a bigger scale. If I'm having so many problems getting good supplies, I'd like to open a warehouse and sell, not just have a storefront, but also do the whole shipping, have a warehouse, and sell to my local Canadians because it would be great if we had more options over here.
So she went from this is hard for me. I can only imagine it being hard for everybody else. So forget just thinking of myself. I'm going to think of everybody else too.
Mm-hmm.
That says a lot about you, Angel. That says a lot about you. She's like, okay, if it's hard for me, I know it's hard for everybody else, but we've got this. We're
Yeah.
gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen big. But there is, like I said, there is a market there. There really truly is. See a need, fill a need. I promise you that robots
Yeah.
movie is one of my favorites. You guys know that. See a need, fill a need. So that's part of it. That's part of it. But the greater part of it is you want to show people that they can do this too. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about that.
I just believe in like if you have a thought and you believe you can do it, let's make it a reality. That's that's my whole being. I just think that if you really want something, you can go for it and you can be successful as long as you have that drive.
And what helps? What helps that? What helps when you do have that drive? Because everything, it's not easy. None of this is easy. So what
You
helps
know,
you continue pushing forward?
you know, having my friends in my wreath community really helps me continue to push forward. Um, my kids, my kids are my what for.
You're
I do
welcome.
everything for them because every mama will say the same thing. Every mama, their kids come first. They're a mom first, and then you know. So yeah.
What would having this succeed mean for you? What would that do for you?
Um, I don't know. It would give me a sense of accomplishment, I guess. You know, you need, I guess, the feeling of being loved and wanted and needed. I guess I think that's everybody's drive. You know, yeah.
And I
That's
and,
just what mean.
but I get that. I understand that because everything starts with an idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything starts with a beginning point. Okay. So you're not one that has an idea and says, oh, it's too hard. I don't think I'm going to
Mm-mm.
do that anymore. You don't back down.
No, I don't. And I really don't know where that even comes from. I just know what I want. I know it'll take work to get it, and I get it. And no matter what, I've always done that. Like that's my personality. That's who I am. If I want something, I go for it. And I don't take no for an answer most of the time.
She doesn't. That is one thing.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, she doesn't take no for an answer. She negotiates it to death.
Yeah.
She will just be like, okay, if not this, then maybe this. Okay, so if not this, but maybe this. Until
Mm-hmm.
she get it is determination. That's why I said she's got grit. Look, Michelle wants to see you succeed too. Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Thank
so
you.
that's amazing that they're willing to talk to people at market to find out what's the deal with Canada. Like I said, there's a huge market being missed. It's right over the border. We don't understand. So let's say the scenario doesn't change. Wholesalers can't get into can't get you what you need. What's plan B for Angel?
Plan B is to keep going. I honestly, I really want this. I really want to be able to give people the things I don't have at the moment. I want it to be easy, you know, accessible for us. Um, I I don't know. I really don't have a plan B, I guess. It's just to keep going.
Well,
Just to keep going.
okay, so you and I have talked about this. Um, because it is 2 hours to the border.
Hmm.
Is that still a plan or no?
Oh yeah, yeah. I will, for the time being, I will be eventually heading down and getting a post office box so that I can order things at a cheaper price, um, for
Will that
shipping.
even
I
work? Because
mean,
I don't think some things can ship to a PO box.
I don't know. That's the thing is I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if if that doesn't work, I'll figure something out.
No, I just thought of that because I know you
I
can't
got
ship.
friends in high places.
That's fine. That no, that's good. But
You
that was
might get a
something that I
visit
just
from
thought
me.
of. Because the only other thing I could think of is maybe like a UPS store that actually has the boxes that don't like will take packages.
Yeah. I know there is some like online UPS places that you can ship your supplies to. So it has to be available. Like, so we'll figure it out as we go.
We're in it for, okay, UPS has boxes you can rent so that you can fill them up, right? They have boxes you can rent. Any other wreath makers in Montana that will let you ship to their house for you to pick up? All right, calling out all wreath makers that live in Montana close to the Canadian border. We have a proposition.
Let me rent some of your garage space.
That's hilarious. But you know what? It's an idea. Because I know for a fact that if any of us would be like, girl, I'm right here. Let's do this, type of thing.
Yeah.
But some of us just aren't close enough to the border to offer that. Um, I'm in South Dakota, not too far. I promise you, we will figure this out.
We
Now
will.
we're smuggling. No, we're not smuggling things.
No, we're
No,
not smuggling.
it's
No.
not called smuggling. Here's the thing. It's cheaper for her to drive the 2 hours over the border and the 2 hours back than it would be to pay the shipping. Remember, she literally pays double what we pay
Hmm.
to have the items we have. Imagine that. She pays double. Yeah. That's the craziness. And the fact that she's not giving up, not saying, "Oh, it's just too hard. I'm gonna lay down and let this happen." But yeah, see, a winner is a
Yeah.
dreamer who just won't quit. That's her. That's her.
It's
So
nice.
that's some of the things that I admire about the perseverance that it does take to do this. Because guys, yes, these are her challenges in Canada, and each of us have different challenges based on what's available to us and what we know. Some of the things that we don't know, guys, about running a business and we don't know where to look and we don't know how to learn, that's an obstacle all in of itself. So here we are with Angel talking about mostly everything that we have to go through here in the US. And Angel's like, note to self, I need to look that up for Canada.
Yeah. So everything that gets posted as questions in Discord, I make little notes in my notebook, if it's something I need to look at in Canada. So I love having this group, the open discussions we have, the ideas, the insight, the I'm so very grateful for those friendships. I
We're
am so
grateful for
grateful
you,
for that.
Frank. We're grateful for you. Okay, so Angela's asking, she shipped a wreath to Ontario for a customer and it didn't cost any more than shipping to California. Now she's in Kentucky. She says, is it the cost on your end with customs? Is that the cost?
Um, you know, I well, I think it's between the dollar, like so our dollar is very low. So I think it's between the dollar and it must be some like I've mostly shopped craft outlet because I can get everything in one place um at the moment because I don't have a wholesaler yet. But um I think it's mostly it could be them covering the customs cost for me, but that's what the calculated shipping comes out to be.
Right.
So,
Right. So there is no rhyme or reason. Okay, so there's no rhyme or reason, and nobody has said, hey, this is why it cost you so much. Like, nobody's actually been that upfront to say,
no.
this is why. And I know that, for example, Angela sent a wreath to Ontario, and several people do ship um, out of the country. There
Hmm.
are shipping charges because I think it's more flight. Maybe it's a flight thing more than a ground thing, maybe. Um, yes, we do know that BB Crafts ships to Canada. Again, lies the point. Yes, she can buy from companies in the US. The problem is she spends 600 for the purchase of the items, then she gets another 600 to spend to get it. That's
Hmm.
the problem, is she's paying double. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? So we're trying to find somebody who will directly ship to Canada or get stuff to her, and she's willing to be that point for other people to come shop from her so that she's just dealing with one supplier and then she
Hmm.
then is the seller in Canada, right? Am I saying that
Yeah.
right? Okay.
That's the goal.
Okay.
That the goal is to find a wholesaler to make it cheaper for me to access some of the items. Because if I have to pay double for, the shipping or whatever, I'd like to be able to make it just a little bit more cost effective for people making them.
Right. Right. Because I mean, obviously, if and
And
you,
I want quality. Here's the other thing. I
right.
want quality. I don't want just any. Like, I went to Michael's and looked at their florals, and I was like completely shocked with some of the florals. They were not up to the quality standards that I was hoping for.
Right. Right.
So I didn't bother buying any because
Because it's
if it's
not
not going to be the quality I want, then if I don't like the way it sits on the shelf, I don't want my customer to come back to me and say, "Hey, this doesn't look great."
so Wendy
So,
said the cost must inflate the resale price of your wreath like crazy.
mhm.
Yep. And then Michelle says, has she reached out to any wholesalers in the US? What is the reason they will not ship there?
They don't give me a reason.
That's the
Here's the
problem.
thing. I ask them and they don't give me a reason. They just tell me, "We'll let you know if we start shipping." That's that's what I get. And so I haven't get it yet got a clear reason why they won't ship here.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
understand.
let you know if we do start shipping to Canada.
Yeah.
Michelle's on it. I will find out.
Thank you so much.
Oh, this is why I love them.
I
Because that
love
is
you
sad. You're
guys.
right, Katniss, that's the frustration. That is her frustration.
It's a huge frustration of mine because, you know, it'd be great to find quality.
See, import, so Greg says import taxes they pay is probably why. And then Angela said that doesn't make any sense unless they're scared to ship there because of government. I don't think government has anything to do with it. Do you?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't know whether it's maybe they can't offer wholesale prices to me because there's that difference going back to the what's the tax? Sorry, that
That Greg said, the
yeah,
import
yeah,
taxes.
yeah. It must be. Honestly, it must be the import taxes because but but I've asked why and nobody's like they should be able to at least tell me why. I would just like
So, Misty just asked, just curious, are there lots of people who display wreaths on their doors in Canada?
um in my area, not a ton actually. Not a ton. Um I us Canadians don't have the wow factor that you guys have. Honestly. You guys just love to decorate and we don't have that. And I wish that we would because I love wreaths. Honestly.
Ooh, Misty said you could be a trendsetter.
I I've so one year I actually literally kept my Christmas wreath on my door until July because I couldn't find one to to replace
To
it.
replace it. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah. So yeah, there's not a lot of people.
Yeah, so again, these are the things that we don't know about, that we have no idea about. Like I've heard that Canada has a hard time getting supplies because I obviously know Unique in the Creek and I've ordered from Unique in the Creek. I have ordered from Unique in the Creek. But what's crazy to me is it doesn't seem to be the same problem like Canada shipping here than it is us shipping there. Am I wrong to think that way?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
How many
I
wreath makers have empty doors? I have a wreath on my door. Just saying.
I have one on mine right now.
I have a wreath on my door. But are the things different for different territories in Canada? I think it's the same, right? It's not different per
Um,
territory, is it?
so we have different taxes in different provinces
That makes sense.
here.
Same thing with the
So,
states. We have different taxes in
yeah.
different states. Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes some of the provinces have most of them are the same though. Like most of them are the same.
Like tax wise, they're the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of them are the same.
I have wreaths all over my house, but not on the front door.
Well,
Guilty.
girl, get one on your front door.
But guilty. No, they're all over my house, but I do have one on my door because my family actually demands it. They said it's weird. They pull up to the house and like, okay, I don't like the naked door. Not for that life. I want a wreath on the door. I'm like, okay, we can make that happen. We've got this. It's fine. So are other products you buy manufactured in Canada?
No. No, there's not a lot of products I find manufactured here.
Because we have stuff obviously that's made in the US, so that
Yeah.
makes sense. So, silly question, and maybe somebody in the chat might have an answer, but have you tried Temu or Temu or whatever, however they pronounce it?
I am so scared to order from there.
Has anybody had any luck? 'Cause I know several people have said that they've had great luck. And
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I'm seriously just curious because how do other countries figure it out and we haven't?
Yeah.
Look, I have had really good luck with Temu. McKenna, what do you buy? Here comes the puzzle. Hold on. Oh, I just made a puzzle. Yay.
And you didn't interrupt us. That's great.
I know. I'm just
You've
Okay, so I've ordered Temu, but not for wreath stuff. Has anybody ordered wreath supplies? Has anybody ordered wreaths? I'm just curious. I would be curious to see if how that would work. I
I
haven't ordered from them to be honest.
I am too. I'm actually very curious. I
Katniss is like, I won't buy from. Connie's bought flowers, home
Hmm.
stuff, but I have had friends order craft supplies. Okay, so that's interesting. And then Janie asked, what about import companies? Are they as expensive? And I don't know what an import company would be. You've ordered florals. Timmy's ordered florals, and some were okay. Just be careful not to get your accounts hacked. Listen to this. Okay, sorry I brought it up. we're going down. We're going down the slippery slope of OM. No, we're just not going to go down that slippery slope. Have you looked into Alibaba? Oh, now there's another one.
Well,
Alibaba. Have
you'll
you
have to.
used Alibaba?
No.
No, I'm talking about Angel. Has she used, or Angela, has she used Alibaba? You have not heard anything good about Temu. Fair enough. Not the best, but will work for the arch I'm doing for a wedding. Okay, fair enough. Oh, see, Janie was asking because they're usually found in border cities. Now she lives in a border city, Mexico, border city to Mexico.
Okay.
Only make wreaths for myself. Ordered flowers, greenery from Temu. They were awful. Threw them away. So no Temu for you. I've bought from Alibaba, says Greg. I haven't, but Tori and Pink Lily started with them. Oh, okay. Greg, what did you buy from Alibaba? Angel's like, what are you talking about? What's Alibaba? That sounds
Now,
magical.
now I'm gonna
Magic
have to
carpet
go.
ride?
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to go and
Alibaba.
look them
Alibaba.
up.
I don't know what Alibaba is. Is it similar to
No.
Team? Is it something different? Kayla ordered roosters from Alibaba and got French nail tips. Well, there's that.
I'm sorry,
They're
Kayla.
they're not even in the same category. What?
Right?
They're not
Oh
even
boy.
in the same category. I've bought muslin baby blankets years ago on Alibaba. Was huge savings. Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting. So there's a bunch of places to go look. Grace is hilarious. Different. It has a ton of suppliers in China that you can get quotes from and such. All right.
I'm I'm just gonna say that I'm not a huge fan of ordering things that come from China.
I like how Misty already said, I think we will have some more conversations on Discord about this. You know it, because I'm very curious. Um, so Greg has looked into sublimation blanks and other items. You can look for anything. Okay, so Angel, let's talk about the thought of you sublimating. That's a good segue into that. Go ahead and share a little bit
Sounds
about
good.
those thoughts.
So I would love, I think, to start sublimating my own science. Now, I don't have any of the supplies to do it yet, but I think that I might look into that just so it's cost effective for me.
Right.
Mostly for my own financial gains. Not, I don't know that I will sell them, but I mean, there might get to a point where I do, but yeah.
Well, this is mostly so that, so that she doesn't have to buy, order, and have them shipped when she could make them herself. Now, the other issue with that is getting the blanks and getting those shipped.
Yeah.
See, Greg said that's how I started. I didn't have anything. That's how I started. My wife had a need and we filled it.
Yep.
But that is how Creek Road Design started. Yep. She wanted to print her own signs. Yep. Because she didn't want to wait. So there was that. Michelle didn't want to wait. And that's Angel's personality as well, honestly. She doesn't want to wait for what she wants to do, what she wants to make. So that is why the thought of sublimating for herself and making it happen that way. At least she has something that she can produce and not have to worry about all the other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You did you see that? What Greg said?
No.
You can talk to us anytime, just message us.
Oh, thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. You guys
They're
are
going to
so
go to bat for
lovely.
you. They're going to market in June and they're going to go talk to some wholesalers and find out what the deal is.
I love that. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that.
That's huge. That's
That's so
huge.
kind. That is so kind.
So maybe at least you'll get answers because that's the extra frustration is she doesn't know why. And that's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. And it's
Looking
hard to figure out why or find out reasons or like to research it. It's almost impossible.
yeah. There is
It's
no there yeah.
almost impossible.
Okay, so Nicole has said I can teach you how to make your own attachments.
Oh, thank you, Nicole. I love that.
And then Michelle
You guys
says
are
she will
so
send you
great.
the name of a digital designer and wreath maker in Canada.
Perfect. I would love to touch base with them.
So even if we get a few things knocked out for you, girlfriend,
Hmm.
we're going in the right direction.
That would be that would be great.
We're going in the
So
right direction.
my current full-time job is ending here in May.
Yep.
And my goal is actually to hopefully build my little empire throughout the summer and
Yep.
hopefully we can get things started with storefront things and figure out where I can get wholesale items. So I'm going to have a little bit more time on my hands. I'm honestly probably not going to I'm probably going to need more than just the summer because I'd like to spend a little bit of time with my lovely children while they're off for the summer. So,
Yeah. No, it's
and
all
also that
good.
grandbaby.
But
Also
we
that
are
grandbaby.
all on this journey with you. And what's fantastic is that now that the awareness is there and people have heard it, because I mean, if you watch Angel Live, she does talk about the difficulty of it because all 12 of them, Angela says, to distracting with the 12. That's going to be the running joke, just so you know. She's multiplied times three. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. But yeah, so just know that we are headed in the right direction. We're not going backwards, we're going forwards. And like I said, even getting to know the why, like understanding the why, because
Mm-hmm.
once she knows the why, you can guarantee that she's going to figure it out and find an answer to change that why.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's
Yeah,
important. It to her, it's important. It's important that she not only be able to do this for herself, but for others in her area. So
I also believe that everyone should have a wreath on their door. Like, let's fill those doors.
yeah, it's
There's millions of people in the world. We can all put a wreath on the door.
and here's the other part of it, which in turn is why we don't feel like we're in competition with one another. There are
Mm-hmm.
like one of our people say, Misty from Little Luxury says all the time, there are a million doors. I can't service them all. Come on, let's get with it, guys. Let's go get
Right?
those wreaths made and get to servicing those doors.
Could you imagine how busy you would be if you were trying to service everybody's door? Like, mm,
There's not enough time in the day. So not it doesn't take one person. It takes all, you know, all those that can be creative and can create.
it takes
And
a village.
it does. And in our case it takes several countries. In our case it takes
I
several
love that.
countries. Do you guys have any questions for Angel that she can answer for you, either based on where she lives? Like, what's a cool place to visit in your area? Like, what would somebody like me go to your area to go visit?
Um, well, one of my favorite places actually um, is a local ranch place that we visit. My friends and I actually go horseback riding there. We haven't done it for a little while, but it is actually it's called Reeser Ranch, and they're just lovely people. It's a beautiful area. If you like doing that kind of stuff, I would recommend them. And then also Lake Louise, and that's in Alberta. So that's not in Saskatchewan, but it's in Alberta. And that's a beautiful place to visit if you are ever in Canada. Of
Alberta,
course,
Canada.
great.
But if
Yeah,
you're if
Alberta,
you're
Canada.
traveling to Canada and you didn't let Angel know,
Yeah, if you're coming through Saskatchewan, get over here.
so Yashira said that going to Canada is actually on her bucket list. So yeah, so it is on her bucket
Yay!
list. Greg asked, how cold does it get where you live? What's the low?
So we get to like minus 45.
Okay, so that's minus 45 Celsius, right?
Yes,
So
degrees
minus
Celsius.
45 Celsius is what in Fahrenheit? Let's see. 49, negative 49 for us. Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah, let me just say, you guys don't want to come in the winter.
No.
Your best time to visit Canada, but then also know that we get like desert here in Saskatchewan um, in the summer.
Yeah, so basically, so Cricket says, "Oh no, thanks. No thanks." And then Angela says, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here in Kentucky." But
Well,
here's the
come in the
thing.
summer.
But
Come
here's
in
the
the
thing.
summer.
When Angel is successful, because she will be, she'll figure it out. When she is successful, I do plan on going and celebrating that with her because that will be such a major win. And it doesn't matter how long it takes.
Aw,
It doesn't matter how long it takes. As long as she's got the grit, the will, the perseverance, and is going to make it happen, I support that. We're all coming, says Michelle.
I love it. Come on over.
We'll all
Come on
celebrate that
over.
because
Guess what?
that'll be huge. That'll be huge for her.
You
Huge.
guys can stay at my house even.
I don't know about the four kids, the three
I tell
dogs.
you, I tell you what. We'll put the dogs. The dogs will go to a kennel, and the kids can go to grandma's.
And Angela, absolutely when it's warm. Like absolutely when it's warm. But we will celebrate.
So
We will
June,
absolutely
July,
celebrate.
and August. Those are your best times to come.
I
I'm
love
not.
Canada and you. I will be there. See, I'm telling you,
Aw.
we will definitely celebrate that happening. So that's something to look forward to. But we remember, guys, if you have any access, if you know anybody that is in the wholesaler supplier business, and we can talk about what it would take to make something like this happen. The desire is there, the grit is there, the just she just needs somebody to say yes. She just needs somebody to say yes.
And I want to challenge you, Claudia.
Oh,
In a
me.
year from yeah, in a year from now, I want to do this again. I
The
want to come
date
back on
is
Real Talk,
April
and
12th, so around there, okay.
we're gonna see how
2025.
far I've gotten.
Okay, you got it. You got
How
it.
does that sound?
That sounds amazing. Let's see what we can do, guys. She went ahead and put it out there. So we will have
If you put it out in the universe will give it back.
right? Right? So we're believing that the story is going to change. We're believing that
Mm-hmm.
the obstacles will be overcome and um that roadblock is going to be moved. And we're going to believe in that. And we're going to believe that that's going to be true, not only for her, but for other Canadian wreath makers. Could you imagine? This could be just the beginning. This could be just
Right.
the beginning of what doors opening wide. So, if you pray, go ahead and pray. If you send good vibes, go ahead and send all the good vibes. Because we're gonna do our darndest to make this happen for her and for other people that are in the same situation as her. Because when it's a community of people, we can make things happen. We just can. We can make things happen for others. We just have to be, yes, Bonnie, thank you. Thank you so much for that. But we can make it happen for her. Because like I said, it's really, really hard to watch her watch us with all the things that we have access to, and she doesn't. It literally is
I
so
love watching y'all,
Oh, you
honestly.
do.
Like,
And she's just so happy that we get to do this. She's so happy that we do have access to this. Like she doesn't steal the joy, if that makes any sense. She's actually truly genuinely so grateful that people she knows gets to do the things that we get to do.
hmm
Yeah. Thanks, guys. We appreciate all the prayers, all the positive, all the things, because let me tell you something. It's going to take a miracle to move this mountain, but we're going to believe that it's going to happen. We're going to believe it.
I believe it. I believe it.
She does. She honestly believes it. So, Angel, tell us something that nobody knows about you.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't be risque. Seriously, like maybe it's a habit that you have that nobody really knows about, or a guilty pleasure that
Mm.
nobody really knows about.
Oh, here's one. Here's one. It's not a big one, but you see, I have a coffee cup here.
Yep.
I don't drink coffee.
Okay.
I drink tea.
Okay.
Tea's my jam, and hot tea, not cold tea.
Like, does it matter what flavor? Are you a flavor tea girl
Um,
or
in particular, it has to be Tim Hortons Keurig cup steep tea pods. And if you don't know what Tim Hortons is a Canadian coffee company, but they also make the best steep tea.
Angela wants to know, is it unsweet?
No, it's sweet. There's one sugar and two milk in here. It has to be milk, not cream.
Oh, that's an
I'm I'm very particular.
no, that's fine. No, honestly, everybody has their particular drink of choice. Okay, so what is your dream vacation?
Um, I don't know because I've been on several vacations and
Okay, then your favorite. What was your favorite vacation?
um I don't know if I could particularly say one, but I don't
Jennifer
know.
said Cuba.
I've been to Cuba and that was fun with my friend. That's my best friend right there.
I figured as much because she's like, oh yeah, she is. I will have to turn around if we order and they get it wrong. So she's well aware of. Oh, Yashira
Yeah.
said Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's an interesting mix. Okay, so here's another thing that you all probably don't know about me. I would love to visit all the states in America.
Oh,
So that's on my bucket list.
how many have you already knocked out?
Um, a few. Florida, Massachusetts. Sorry, I can't say that word.
Okay. Massachusetts.
uh,
It's fine.
there we go. And California so far.
Also, you've been to three,
Oh, and Nevada. Sorry.
four. Give her a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. Oh, and I've been to Arizona
There
too.
you go. There's five. Just give her another second. There might be another one that pops out of that.
I, I I forgot.
You want her
So
to
yeah,
take you when she goes to all the states? We're just gonna say she's gonna tell us what state she's gonna go to. We're just gonna meet her there. Is that what's gonna happen?
I would love to meet y'all.
Could you
Honestly,
imagine? Oh, she said yes. Okay, so that's what she said yes. So basically, Angel tours the states, and Angel's gonna let us know where to meet her.
but I do freaky things when I'm in the States though. Like
Do we want to
I'll
know
visit.
this? Hold on. Do we know? Do we want to know
It's
this?
nothing. So I'll find like the most creepy thing to do. Like when I was in California, I went to visit what's that lady that murdered people and put
Careful, we're
them
on TikTok.
oh, sorry. And put them in her backyard unalive, sorry.
You went to visit what?
Well, I went to her home and I learned all about how crazy she was, actually. So,
So Claudia doesn't do that.
and yes, in Sacramento.
I
In Sacramento.
zero interest to do that. I
Jennifer, what was her name again?
oh no,
I bet you
I don't
Jennifer
want to
knows.
know that. People don't want to look that up, do they?
I also like to go to like haunted places. So there's a place in there's a castle in Sacramento that is haunted, but they have turned it into a prison now. There's
Like a mental
there's that.
hospital turned into a prison? Is that what they did?
No,
Oh,
it was a castle.
it
It
was
was
a
like
castle. Gotcha. And they
it was
turned
a
it.
castle
There's one.
and they turned
There's
it.
one here too. Creepy.
Yeah.
People have actually said, like Kevin was invited to go into that prison, and people said, "Don't do it. You will never be the same." So that
Yeah.
kind of stuff I have no interest in. Angela from Barrel of Reese actually said if you come to Nashville, you can meet up with Claudia and me, which is her. However, she's the closest one to me, and I have yet to meet her. Life has been busy for Miss Angela. Not, I'm going to give her. Life has been very busy for Miss Angela, but I look forward to the opportunity of meeting Miss Angela sometime in the near future because she is the closest to me.
Yeah, I also did Alcatraz as well. Like I like also here's another fun fact about me. I love baseball. Baseball is like something I really love to watch. Um, I obviously can't play it anymore, but but I
Oh,
like to
Angela
watch
wants
it.
to talk about the tour of the TB clinic in Louisville that shut down. Girl, I have no interest. No interest.
Oh boy. I you know what? I'll have to look into that because I like freaky things like that.
Why?
I don't know. I just want to know what's in people's minds why they do these creepy things. There was the House of Dorothy. That's where we visited.
No. See, that's not for me. Can't do bad spirits. Me either. Me either. Can't
I'm
do it.
I'm with you, Katniss. You and I can do freaky things together.
Bonnie says she wants a ghost hunting in the old train station in Indy.
Love it.
Cannot do. Okay, baseball. We can do spooky. I cannot. I don't do spooky either. Nope. Not a fan.
And every state I visit, I have to go to baseball. That's that's the thing. So every state I visit, I go to a baseball game.
Well, here it would be Nashville Sounds. That would be a sounds game. So
Yep.
that's what you would do here. But that's cool stuff. Like that's stuff that interests you, that's stuff that you're into. Now, baseball, I went to a Braves game. I looked at my husband and I'm like, if it wasn't for all the stuff happening in the stands and the goofy character thing that was dancing on the field, this baseball's boring. I'm sorry. I know it's just not a fast sport. I like action and a lot of fast stuff. Baseball's not a fast sport. I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, I
Oh
love
yeah.
baseball.
Did you see what Ann said? You need to go to Savannah, Georgia, and New Orleans. Creepy everywhere.
It's on the list. On the list.
See, Bonnie says she loves scary movies, but not scary bad spirits. See, and that's where I'm at. Like, that's where I'm at. Like the psychological stuff, the documentaries, all of that stuff, like stuff that I'm removed from. I'm not going to purposely go to where these things happened. No, that's not good. That's not good for me. Oh, the Stanley Hotel. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. And what is it? Did you hold on a second? Did you go to Massachusetts to Salem?
Actually, I didn't.
Okay.
Um,
Because
I'm
then that would
I
make sense.
I I actually when I went there, I ended up being super sick. I had massive migraine, and so I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to while I was there.
Gotcha. Yeah, people have bucket lists. See, don't invite the bad spirits in. I'm all about that. I'm all about, listen, this world is full of enough
You just
stuff. I'm not going to invite it in.
you tell them that you they cannot follow you.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, you just say stop.
Yeah.
This is where this ends.
This relationship is over. So you break up.
Yeah, you just break up.
This is what you will encounter should you ever join us over on Discord. You will enjoy these kind of conversations and all kinds of stuff. We figure stuff out about each other. We learn things about each other, and then we agree or don't agree, but at the same time we can exist in our own likes, dislikes, and be our own people, because that's the thing, is we want to encourage everybody to be their own person, also their own business. Let's talk about that. You don't want to have a business like somebody else. Like, I don't want to have a business like somebody else. So how do you do that? How do you have a business that reflects you and not fall into the, hey, I know that looks like so and so's? How do you do that?
Um, I don't know. I do my own thing. When if I see something, I take it as an inspiration instead of, oh, I need exactly everything they have on that wreath or exactly what they have showcased. No, it's inspiration, and I'm going to go and purchase maybe things that are similar, but not items that are exactly the same. Like, for instance, this weekend, we all have similar signs and ribbons from Creek Road.
We have
Actually,
the
they're
same.
exactly the same.
We have the same.
They're exactly the same.
Yeah.
But each one of us is going to put our own special touch to them. And that's what will make it unique.
And that's the other thing that we want to showcase, is that the designer has a branding. They have a unique style. And that's
Yep.
what we want to showcase, is it doesn't matter if you use the exact same products. It's your spin and your style. So that is the whole point of this weekend. So two o'clock, girlfriend.
2 o'clock.
You'll have an hour,
I'm
right?
on.
An hour between real talk and your designing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have anything prepped?
I have almost all of it prepped. I still need to cut my mesh. That's
Perfect.
it.
And just
So,
so everybody knows, the whole deal with this is we do have 1 hour to create during a live. So if the person comes with their items already prepped and ready to go, it's because we want to honor that 1 hour of time. So our goal is to complete our wreath with you during our live, but you are welcome to ask questions about like what we did, how we cut stuff. All of those things are very much welcomed,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Is there anything else that you want to share about the event that we're doing this weekend, future goals, what you want to, how about this? Because we all have ownership in this group. This is not just my name is on the group, but this is our group. What do you want to see happen with this community that we're building on Discord?
Well, first off, I want to see us all meeting up somewhere.
Yeah,
I want to meet you.
yeah,
I want to hug your faces.
yeah, yeah.
And then I want to continue to build this community. I want to continue to welcome people in. Um, I want to continue to grow and be successful with each other, supporting each other. Um, yeah, I don't I don't see as anybody as competition, so I view us all as supports.
Right. And
I
and here's the other thing is please ask questions. We
mhm.
encourage you to ask questions. I know it's hard to understand what's happening because it's not happening publicly, because it is happening on another platform, but we're trying to show you guys what we're doing as a
if you
community.
if you want to know what's happening, come join us, please. We don't want you to be feeling left out in the rafters. Come on in. We share so much in the group. There's so many learning things we do. There's tutorials that we do with each other. Like, for instance, Trisha from Emerald Reese, right?
Yep.
Sorry, I can't keep track of everybody's
Twisted Emerald
names.
Wreath Co.
Twisted, there we go. Twisted Emerald Wreath Co. She showed us how to do something on Etsy that some of us had no clue. So it's basically about helping each other out.
Yeah. Yep.
is what
She
it is.
raised her hand. She raised her hand in the chat.
There she is.
And just so you guys know, this is the first of many things to come from this group. It's think about brainstorming, think about mentoring, think about having your questions answered where you don't get questions answered.
Hmm.
Think about you learn to do something and then the next person that needs help with that, then you help them. That's what this is.
That's exactly what this is. Also, like we prefer that you come over and help and come over to Discord and talk to us on Discord. That way, when we are creating for our business, we're not filling the chats with how much mesh do you use, how long do you cut it,
That,
how
that's not, those aren't the questions that are the problem. It's the business questions.
that
It's
yeah,
the how do you price your wreath?
yeah,
How
that
do you offer free shipping? Those are things
mhm,
that are business questions that customers don't need to know.
yeah.
Watch one, do one, teach one. What nurses do. Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
It's exactly that. Watch one, do one, teach one. Yes.
We are creating a community. We are not against each other. We are for each other.
Yep. Yep. I'm writing that down really quick. Watch one, do one, teach one. But that's the concept because that's how you become. Oh, it's hugely inclusive. But that's how you become better as a community is when you see somebody on their live sitting there with just two people or one person watching them, you share it out and a whole bunch of us, whoever's available, will come in and support that person. So,
Yeah, and we don't have to be always available to each other.
no.
We know we have lives.
Yep.
And but if we can be available, if some of us can be available sometimes, some of us can be available other times.
Right.
We share everybody out. You know, we help them out.
Right.
It's about helping each other.
Michael Marie, send me a message and I will get you that information. Anybody that has any questions, go ahead and message myself or Grace, Little Pumpkin Apparel. She's also able to get you all the way through to Discord. But we welcome anybody that wants to come.
Hmm.
It is a subscription through TikTok on my other account that got banned for this week. It's so crazy. It's like the one week that I need my account to be okay, and it's the one week that I get banned. But this is my backup account. So
It's okay.
but
We
yeah,
just pivoted.
we pivoted, but it's on my main account. So basically, it's through that subscription. So don't subscribe here. This is not the account to subscribe under, but through that subscription is how you get to Discord. And it's $5.99 a month. And the reason why we do that is because we want to keep it safe and we want to keep the cost super, super low, but the benefits outweigh the cost of coffee. One coffee per month. So I Starbucks coffee per month. But the price of it out like the information outweighs the price. Like it's invaluable, really, to be over there because so many people have so much knowledge and so much to share.
The amount of help that everybody's getting from each other is phenomenal. And
Nurse Jen.
it it teaches us how to run our businesses.
My other account actually is open. It's not closed. It's just I can't go live on it, but you can still subscribe through it. So we can get you over on Discord. So that part hasn't stopped.
No.
Oh, Anne, that is so sweet. You guys are being so super kind and so sweet. Um,
Honestly, it's about friendships too.
we're,
Like
yeah,
we're hugely about friendships.
yeah, yeah. It is about just letting things are just happening. It's organic. I'm telling you, it is so organic. There's something for everybody over there. So yeah, there's video chatting just like this. So that's why we have to remind ourselves we're not on Discord, we're on TikTok. So we got to talk a certain way, we got to be a certain way. There's a lot less rules over there as far as what we can say and what we can't say.
We are family. I love that.
You
We
are
are
so sweet,
family.
Jen. She said the first time Claudia came to my live, I was like, I made it. Girlfriend, I'm not a pedestal person. I'm not. I'm down to earth. I don't do pedestals. So let's keep it at a good level, girlfriend. We are all here to help each other and to support one another. And I believe that with my whole heart. I believe that with my whole heart. I am not any different than anybody else. I have just done things that I thought see a need, fill a need. So real talk came from I felt a need for people to get to know the person behind the name. That's where this
Hmm.
came from. Here is a wreath maker, business owner in Canada who needs everybody to know she needs help, literally. And then you get to know about her and her background. But if you watch Angel Live, you'll get to know her. She is right in her camera and talking to you. And if she could see you, if she could see you on the other side, she'd be so happy.
Honestly, when I'm creating, I actually like having friends in my corner
Yeah.
when I'm creating because it just makes me feel so much better. I don't know why. I feel like we can relate, you know, and then I don't have to be up in your face.
But yeah, then she allows people to go ahead and read her comments instead of wanting to see who's in her live because she calls you out of the rafters. She is one that says, "Oh no, 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 no. You need to come talk to me. I'm not up there. I'm right here. I'm going to come into this live on my backup account. So anybody that wants to message me over there, you can message me. I'm making sure that all the volumes are turned down. Here I am. Okay. So that's my main account. That account right there is where you would join subscription. Okay. Suggestion for those of us that work full time and do this full time, is there a list of when and what time everyone normally goes live? Huh. Well, here's the thing. This is something that has just started and I've just made it available, but there is an events thing in Discord where you can post your event and say, I'm going live at this time. So there is that.
It's right at the top of
It's
the thread.
right at the top of the thread where you can list an event. So if you're going live, then you put it up there and that way we know. Yeah, that way we know. But that's on Discord.
Often a lot of us haven't been using it, but we need to so that we can go and support each other so
Right.
that everybody can feel the support from the group because
Right.
we would love to support you. If we know when you're live, we will be there
Right.
as best as we can. I mean, we can't always be there because there's family and life, you know?
2 p.m. Central, friend. 2 p.m. Central. So it's not happening in 5 minutes. It happens in an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Janie, absolutely. And here's the other thing, guys. Once one person from the group knows that you're live, we immediately make sure we're sending it out to people. So
Yeah.
there's that. And I don't mean to turn this into a Discord conversation. It's just we're passionate about it because it is such a healthy, thriving community right now and we're welcoming people to come join. Positivity is key, just so you know. We keep things upbeat and positive because we want this to continue to be a positive place for everybody. So we are encouraging
And
positive.
we
Go ahead.
and we don't talk about each other.
That's my rule. if you're not
We
here, if you're not here, this in the discussion, we don't talk about you unless we're celebrating you.
Yeah,
Unless we're
unless we're
celebrating,
celebrating.
and that's
We
different.
definitely talk about celebrations,
Yeah,
but
we definitely talk about
we
that.
don't talk negatively about each other is what I mean. We don't talk negative.
We just don't, yeah, we just don't. If you're not in the space, we're not talking about you. But it's important for any community. That's a healthy thing to have for any community. That way, if you leave something, you don't have to worry about them continuing the conversation. Yeah, it's important. These are just subtle rules. I mean, we're all adults and we do keep each other accountable to it.
We do.
No, you can definitely post when you go live. Absolutely.
Please
Absolutely.
do.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Do you have any other questions for Angel? She's been such a gem. We have a plan now, Angel, though. You're gonna message Creek Road Designs,
I
right? You're
am.
gonna have
Yep.
a conversation with them and touch base, and you're going to travel the US. We figured that out, and you're gonna let us know where you're going. And yeah, wasn't it great meeting Angel? Yes,
Oh,
I'm so
thanks,
grateful.
Michelle.
She was very nervous, just so you know. Yeah, she was just nervous. Anxiety does that.
Yeah, and
Yeah, anxiety does that.
I have high anxiety, so like sometimes when I go live, it takes a toll on me, so then I can't go live for a few days. So anxiety's huge.
Yeah. So can I do a check-in? How are we feeling right now?
I'm feeling okay. I'm still very like
Yeah.
anxious,
Yeah.
so it'll take me a while to like come down from that, but
Well, you can't. You're going live in an hour.
I
It'll
know. I know. It's going to be a full day of anxiety, so tomorrow I'm going to be completely exhausted.
Do you have anybody in your corner today?
I have nobody in my corner today.
You have a room full of people. If you want to
And
ask if anybody's available,
sure, if anybody wants to come, you're more than welcome.
is anybody available to help Angel today in her live and be her person in the corner for her?
Do the Courtney.
What is do the Courtney?
Yeah, explain to the Courtney.
Angela said she'll do it. She'll be
Okay,
in your corner.
come on in.
So 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Central. Okay, we are going to go watch Angela. Here's what the flyer looks like in color. If anybody's seen it. So the rest of the day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 o'clock. We end tonight with Creek Road Designs. As far as this event is concerned. Oh, jumping up and down and getting the nerves out. Yeah, I said.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
called Do the Courtney. Oh my gosh.
Or
That's hilarious. I don't, okay, so given that Angel's in a lot of pain most of the time, I don't know that that would be wise.
yeah, I don't think jumping is in my in my department.
So if you're not following Angel, I highly recommend that you follow her. And if you're not following this account for me, this is where you're going to find me at 4 p.m. Central Time today, because my main account is on timeout. If you want to join Discord, here's where you do it. Here is where you do it. And we welcome you. We absolutely welcome you. If you have any questions, please let us know. Any of us, if you feel comfortable asking anybody that's in the crew, go ahead and ask them. We do call it the crew because literally, I promise you, a year ago, I already have a Facebook account called Claudia's Crew. Like I did that way before I even knew there were other crews. And it kind of goes with my name, Claudia Crew. Anyway, so that's basically what it is. But just know that we welcome you. We want you to succeed in wreath making and in your business, and we answer all questions over there. Over there.
We do.
All
Yep.
right, guys. We will talk to you around TikTok today because we're
At
taking over.
2
We're taking over TikTok. It's a TikTok takeover.
2 p.m. Central in an hour.
1 hour. 1 hour.
1 hour.
Angela
Come.
will be in the corner for Angel and Angela. That's awesome.
Love
Enough
it.
A names for you guys? Is there enough A names? All right, guys. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you around TikTok this weekend. Okay? Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.